Alright, welcome back everyone. So in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Lucid Motors. Specifically, we'll be taking a look at the article where there was their very first recall, and apparently it's not going to be fixed with software. But before we jump to the video, let's talk about Generate, which is a UK-based browser. I've dedicated a video on this in the past, but as you go about your daily routine and browse different sites, Generate provides you with specific ads, and during the process you're rewarded with their Generate coin, in which on the marketplace you can exchange for different items. A link will be provided below if you want to sign up. It's completely free, and in fact you get paid during the process. And so Lucid Motors, one of the newer EV companies out there, but the likes of their EV battery has been used within the Formula series, but there is a specific recall that isn't being fixed with a software patch, and so anyone with these issues are having to take their vehicles back to the manufacturer to have it fixed. Now, whenever we see news like this, we have to try and work out how many vehicles are problematic and whether or not this should impact the company. If we look at Lucid's rival, that of Tesla, they have actually recalled almost 1.5 million vehicles so far in 2022 alone. But with all those vehicles, there could be fixes with a software upgrade. As it stands, Lucid has recalled about 200 cars relating to a certain part that may fail within the vehicle and thus affecting braking. In terms of the most serious issue, which requires the vehicle to go back to the manufacturer to be fixed, Lucid estimates that there'll be approximately 1% of the 203 potentially affected vehicles that are unable to be fixed with a software patch. There's also been other types of recalls, so completely unrelated to this issue with respect to braking. In total, there's been 35, but what you have to be aware is that Lucid is ramping up production. It can obviously cause concern for investors who may see some of these troubled issues from the beginning and then wonder whether at scale this could be more problematic. So obviously there are some challenges that Lucid is facing. Perhaps there needs to be a look into some of these hardware parts and whether they can integrate into their software a little bit better, because no company, whether it's car manufacturer or to a lesser extent a product-based company, you don't want to have to deal with product recalls. It's super expensive in the car space and it really impacts the ability to scale. But even so, Lucid, great company, great CEO, they'll definitely be looking into these different recalls, trying to determine what the actual issue is, and hopefully be more resilient in the future for any hardware-based failures that may occur. Just before we take a look into how the stock has been performing, if you can hit that subscribe button, then that'll really help out the channel. And so my question for you this week is, do you own any shares into Lucid? And do you think a recall is problematic for the company or not? Overall, it's been quite resilient. Of course, we've had peaks in the $50 mark. At the moment, we're at the $25 mark, but there has been some resistance. We haven't pushed too far down. This company obviously has a lot of risk associated. We can see their actual earnings is negative at minus 2.58 billion. But with these negative figures, they've always been beating the estimates. If we look at Q3 and Q4 2021, while it's still negative, it's been less negative than what was expected of the company for their earnings per share. Now, just to show you that my position within Lucid has not changed, still have 62 shares. The return is actually still positive. We have to see more towards the end of 2022 and 2023 onwards to see whether or not Lucid can compete with the likes of Tesla, and then how that impacts the actual underlying share price. And so if you enjoyed this content, then definitely share with friends who may find investing interesting. New videos are posted every Monday. And with that said, I'll catch you in the next one.
Text from your mother, thoughts of your brother. I thought I would be part of your family.